Welcome back, everybody. This is Joshua Ozzie with the Uncharted Vapors, and today I'm bringing you a review on a Philippine-made product. So with that, what better way to pay homage to that than bring my niece on video, which is
Barbie.
And with that, we're going to be talking about the HEIR RBA by Kloud Innovations today. So without further ado, let's bring it down. Alright, so here it is, the HEIR RBA.
So, meron na tayo ang HEIR RBA.
So the HEIR RBA, let me focus this for you.
I-focus na natin.
Comes in two variations, as you can see on the cap.
Kung makikita nyo sa cap, merong two variations.
Satin and shadow.
Satin at shadow.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and open this up and show you what's on the inside.
Ngayon, bubuksan na natin at titingnan natin kung ano ang nasa loob.
Let's focus. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you is the bridge that comes on the inside with the satin finish.
Ang makikita natin dito, pagkabukas, ay ang bridge na merong satin finish.
The second package you get is a peripheral pouch.
Meron naman ang second bag na makikita sa loob.
Has the airflow inserts, airflow control ring, 2 O-rings, and 2 post screws.
Sa loob ng bag, merong airflow inserts, airflow control ring, 2 O-rings, at 2 post screws.
So inside, let's go ahead and open up the bag.
Buksan na natin yung unang bag na nakita natin.
So as you can see, we have the first part, our chimney section.
Merong first part, ito yung chimney section.
Then you have your cap.
Meron naman ng sunod ay ang cap.
And the main body itself, which has the logo.
At yung pinakahuli ay ang main body na merong logo.
Let's see here. Alright, it's a 2-post design.
Meron tong 2-post design.
With, as you can see, the center hole where the airflow inserts go.
At kung makikita nyo, may butas sa gitna kung saan ilalagay yung airflow inserts.
And without further ado, I'm going to put this on a mod, put a build in it, and then we're going to bring it back on top.
At simulan na natin ito.
Alright, so here we are. So some basic things you're going to need is a screwdriver.
Ang mga kailangan natin ngayon ay ang screwdriver,
some tweezers, scissors,
gunting,
and cotton or some type of wicking material.
bulak.
And with that, I'm going to be putting and installing today a fused Clapton, which is 32 gauge, dual core, wrapped in 36 gauge, with roughly, on a 2.5 millimeter bit, with roughly, I think it's 9 wraps of Nichrome 80.
At ngayon, ilalagay na natin yung build. Ito ay fused Clapton na mayroong 22 gauge dual core na nakarap sa 36 gauge Nichrome 80 sa 2.5 mm rod At meron tong mga 9 wraps.
We're gonna post the coil at roughly 15 watts.
Isa-set natin to sa 50 watts.
By the way, did you say 32 gauge or 22 gauge?
32 gauge.
Okay. I'm old. I can't hear nothing. Shit.
realized-
I can't even get the damn thing to fucking go to 15. I should give up. I give up. I'm not doing this no more. I quit. See? Then my nephew going back after me again. Hush! Let me do this with your sister. Shit! I did it again! Oh my god, we're just gonna go one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one, 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 one. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so as you can see, 15 watts. Okay, so we're gonna post the coil. The point of this is to try to get the hot spots out. So as we're pulsing,
At kung makikita nyo, nasa 15 watts na siya. At tatanggalin na natin.
you see it's glowing, and the point is to get it to glow from center out.
Wait, what?
The point is to get this to glow from center out.
Okay, ang goal dito ay malagay sa center.
Outwards.
Outwards.
She's speaking
Palabas.
English like me, and I'm sitting here asking her to translate, and she's putting it in English. I might as well let her just do the review. So as you can see, the coil is heating up from the center and moving outward.
At kung makikita nyo, umiinit yung coil. At lumalabas to. At palabas.
And the turkey just went off again. So I always make sure that the coil is evenly set up, even after I pulse, just to make sure that it is on a even plane on the inside, so airflow does hit it evenly. And all you have to do with the way I've got this is pull up.
At ang minimake sure ko talaga na even ang pagkakalagay ng coil.
So with that, now let's go ahead and put some cotton inside.
At maglalagay na tayo ng bulak sa loob.
Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm using right now or what a bridge is for,
At kung hindi kayo familiar kung para saan ang bridge,
it is designed to be used in a borrow device.
ito ay design as a borrow device.
And most commonly used is something such as the billet box.
At yung kadalasan na ginagamit ay ang billet box.
You also have other devices such as the sun box, stash box, and bantam box.
Meron rin ibang device like sun box, stash box, at saka naman bottom box.
So with that, I'm going to show a trick of how to wick the HEIR RBA the fastest and easiest way.
At tuturuan ko kayo, papakita ko sa inyo yung trick na ginagawa ko para ma-tweak yung hair sa pinakamabilis na paraan.
So all you're going to do is you're going to get your cotton put in, let it sit over top of where the wicking channels are, and you're going to set your cap down and press it. And then as you see, your cotton is sitting here poking outside.
At kung makikita nyo, inayos lang yung cotton at tinakpan. At kung makikita nyo, may nakalabas pang unting bulak.
Then you're going to pull the cap off.
At tatanggalin naman yung cap.
And you're going to see the lines in your cotton on each side.
At may makikita kayong linya sa bulak sa magkabilang bahagi.
Once you have cut your cotton off, you will then put your cap back on.
At once na nagupit nyo na, ibabalik na yung cap. At kung makikita, wala nang nakalabas na cotton.
And what you want to do is look at these wicking channels. See, this side has no cotton. But if you flip it over, I still have cotton sticking down. So I pull my cap off and I trim a little bit more off.
Kung makikita nyo sa kabila, walang cotton, pero sa kabilang bahagi naman meron. Tatanggalin lang ulit yung cap para gupitin ang may nakalabas pang bulak.
Reinsert the cap.
Insert lang ulit yung cup.
As you see, very little cotton is showing on both sides, which is okay. Once we put juice on this,
Kung makikita nyo, unti na lang yung nakalabas na bulak. At kung maglalagay na tayo ng juice,
I can take the side of this cotton and push it up some.
pwede ko itong kunin yung cotton at maglagay pa.
So now, once you have this inside, this is what we call the standard Marrow tank.
At kung makikita nyo, ito ay ang standard na Marrow device.
Which is basically a tank where the bridge goes on the inside.
Ito yung isang tank kung saan pwede mong ilagay yung bridge sa loob.
And your typical device that you will see most commonly, which is the billet box.
Ito yung kadalasang makikita na Marrow device, which is yung billet box.
So now I'm going to put some juice, clear it up. Now the juice I'm going to be using today for this is a juice, let me set this aside, that was sent to me specially. It is called Crafted Caramel Cream Custard. I have been waiting for over a month to use this. And this is what's going in. As you see, it's such a big bottle. Let me zoom this out. And you can see how big. It's 1 liter. Okay. Of juice. This is actually now a 3 mg or 3 milligram.
At kung makita nyo, ang gagamitin kong juice ngayon ay isinend pa sa akin, specially. It's called Crafted Caramel Cream Custard.
So I have it in a 60 ml bottle to make it easier to obviously put something in or put it in something versus trying using a 1 liter bottle to pour it in. So let's see here. So now what you're gonna do is, here, let me zoom this in some for you and straighten it up. When I say put juice into the wicking ports, these are your wicking ports. So you see when I squeeze juice in, it will start to pull the juice up. See, it sucked the juice right down inside. And this allows the cotton to start to expand.
At kung makikita nyo, maglalagay na tayo ng juice sa loob at sinisip-sip nito. At yung bulak ay mag-e-expand sa loob.
Remember, this is pulling juice from the bottom to the top. So sometimes it takes a little bit, which is good. If it instantly just sucks it in, that means your cotton is too thin.
At kung makita nyo, minsan nasa taas siya. Pero antayin lang ng unti para ma-sip-sip sa loob.
See, I wasn't on camera again. But you got to see where it's basically sitting there. And it's already pulling it in.
At kung makikita nyo, sinisip-sip na yung juice.
And it pulled it in. If you look on the inside of this, see if we can clear this up for you. It's going to be hard right here. But you can see the cotton is already changing colors for the juice coming up. And then all we're going to do is go ahead and put drops in on each side of the cotton.
At kung makikita niya sa loob, nag-iiba na yung kulay ng bulak. At ngayon, lalagyan na natin ng unti sa loob sa magkabilang gilid.
Reason for this is now I'm going to start heating that cotton up.
At sisimulan ko ng iinit yung bulak.
And this is now going to start getting the cotton also in the center of the coil saturated.
At yung bulak ay iinit na at masasaturate.
Once you have done all this, now all you have to do is take this
At pag nagawa mo na lahat, ang kailangan na lang ay
and get it ready for your boro device.
at i-ready na lang, ihanda na lang ang borrow device.
Paper towel, paper towel, paper towel, paper towel. Got one right here. I got a paper towel, paper towel, paper towel right on here. There we go. So, sometimes because of this, you know, your bridges get slippery for where you juice them up or whatever. They don't have locking caps on them like a lot of RDAs do.
At kung makikita nyo, madulas yung bridge dahil sa juice. Hindi siya kagaya ng iba na may lock.
And I lost my boro tank. You see where I put that thing? I just slid it over. I know I ain't that old and see now. No, it's the clear one. See, this is what... right in front of me the whole time. So here, let's zoom this in. Clear it up. Let you see this. This is the... Here, let's clear this up for you. Mom's boro tank. It's called a bone marrow. Basically, you have something called a condensation plug, which looks like this, which will go on the bottom of a standard boro. But this has it built in, and you could get them in different sizes right here. This is going to be a 3mm inner diameter going through, allowing 3 millimeters of air to come through to the bottom of our bridge.
At kung makikita nyo tong borrow tank, ito ay tinatawag na bone marrow tank. At meron na tong built-in na condensation clip.
Condensation plug.
Na pwedeng, na may butas na 3mm. Na kung saan pwede lumusot yung hangin.
So we're going to put a little juice on the tip of the chimney. And what this does is now it's going to allow to basically lube up the O-ring on the top of the boro. And you're going to put your chimney from the inside.
At maglalagay na kaunti
and push through
ng juice sa chimney para doon sa O-ring lumusot ng mabilis.
Now I'm going to take my main part or main body of the bridge, set it into the inside. Usually I have to do it with tweezers.
And then, papasok na natin yung main body ng bridge. At nasa setup to, ginagamit ko minsan ang chane.
Then you're going to want to put your bridge and chimney together and then set up where you want your juice flow to set. And push down your bridge into your boro tank.
At ngayon, pagdidikit na natin yung chimney at saka yung main body. At iset up to kung saan mo gustong yung airflow.
Once you get that done, make sure there's a little bit of juice sitting on the O-ring, on the side, the bottom, and the other side. So your glass section will slide over and go right through, because that O-ring needs to be saturated as well, which then we'll just wipe some juice that came out off of it.
At kung tapos na kayo, pwede na kayo maglagay ng juice sa O-ring para ang purpose nito ay mag-slide dumulas yung glass. Kasi kailangan rin masaturate ng juice yung O-ring.
Alright. So whip this. Let's see, is it clear enough? Now it is. Let's go ahead and move the tweezers over. So I'm going to put mine in the boro or the boro device, boro tank, whatever you want to call it, in the mod first, and then I'm going to fill my juice up.
At ilalagay ko na yung boro tank sa boro device.
Slide the glass down, fill the juice in.
At ipadulas pababa yung glass. At pag nabuksan, lagyan ng juice. Punuin ng juice.
Slide glass up. Drip tip back on. And that's basically how it should look once it's completed.
At idulas lang ulit yung glass pataas at ilagay pabalik yung drip tip. At kung makita nyo, ito na yung itsura niya.
The only thing I'm going to tell you is that the Mum's Borrow, the only flaw to this Borrow tank is it makes all of your bridges stick up and have a gap at the bottom. But for me, the HEIR is really good because how thick it is inside the Borrow. It gives juice flow to come around and come back up and even itself out, allowing both of my wicking ports still to get juice.
At ang issue dito ay meron lang gap sa baba. Pero ang maganda ay nakakapag-flow pa rin yung juice sa magkabilang wicking ports.
So now we're just going to grab a battery.
Kumuha na tayo ng baterya.
Turn it on.
Buksan.
Put the door on to see where it's open at. Let's see, make sure. 1.51 ohms at 19, let's go to 19 watts. So you can see here, let's clear this up for you. 1.51 ohms at 19 watts. Let's bring this down a little bit down. Let's say 18 watts. Okay, so there it is. 18 watts, 1.51 ohms. You can hear it's firing very quickly, very well. So, door on. Zoom it back out some. And let's see if it worked. So, that's the breakdown of the HEIR RBA, some tips on building it, and I hope you enjoyed my down low today. Alright, so welcome back up on top. We're going to go over today the HEIR RBA, pros and cons.
And welcome back. Nandito ngayon, i-explain ang pros and cons na meron sa HEIR RBA.
So, I'm going to talk, the first con is going to be the post clamps. 2 issues.
Meron tayong 2 issues ngayon. Ang una muna ay ang post clamp.
First issue is it's not spring loaded, so it's more difficult to install your coil, and when you tighten your coil down, the top clamp, the clamp itself actually likes to move outward.
At yung isang clamp ay mahirap ilagay yung coil sa loob, at yun ang dahilan kung bakit nag-move outward yung clamp kapag tinighten.
So those are my main cons on this particular bridge, but some tips.
At yun yung cons ko sa bridge, at meron akong papakita sa inyo na trick.
So now I'm gonna give you my my tricks of how to wick this the easiest way that I have found.
At itong trick na to, papakita ko sa inyo ay para kung anong easiest way na i-tweak.
And what that is you take your main body, the cap, once you have your wick through, and push it down.
And yung trick na yun ay yung pagkuha sa cap at paglagay neto na merong cotton.
The reason for the cap and pushing on your cotton is it leaves lines on the cotton itself.
Kaya yun, tinatakpan muna para magkaroon ng linya doon sa cotton.
So what you want to do is where you see the lines, you're going to cut those lines at an angle.
At kung makikita nyo yung mga linya na yun, yun yung gugupitin nyo at a certain angle.
Once you do that, put your cap back on and see if you have any cotton sticking out of the wicking ports.
At pagkatapos nyo gupitin, ilalagay lang ulit yung cap at i-check kung meron bang nakalabas na bulak.
So, if you have any cotton sticking out of your wicking hole, go back and trim a little bit more off each side or the side that has cotton coming through.
At kung meron pa kayo nakikitang bulak, pwede nyong balikan ulit at gupitin kung saang side ang may sobra pang bulak.
Once you have your cotton set up right and there's nothing showing, you should not have any issues with leaking.
At kung okay na yung bulak, wala nang nakalabas, pwede na yon at pwede nang di na magkakaroon ng leakage sa part na yun.
The second thing I learned is, for me, it was when I make a coil to have it, as some say, legs are on the top side or the fattest belly part is facing towards the airflow.
Yung isa kong natutunan dito ay yung sa paglagay ng coil sa taas or yung fat na part ay nakaharap sa hole.
And with that, it gives the coil more area to be closer to the wicking ports and it wicks better.
At dahil doon, kung saan nakalagay yung pinakamatabang part, ay mas malapit pa ang coil doon sa wicking parts.
And with that also, if your coil is still loose, you can take your coil jig and pull up to tighten your coil.
At kung medyo maluwag pa, pwede nyong sikupan yung coil nyo gamit yung coil jig.
And those are the things that I found that worked. Now, these come with several different inserts.
At yun yung nakikita kong pwedeng gawin. At ngayon, titingnan yung kung paano pwedeng i-insert.
Which will allow you to adjust how much air comes in to hit your coil.
At makikita doon kung gaano karaming hangin ang pwedeng lumabas.
And that's really the only issues I had found with the bridge itself. As you can see, mine is not leaking.
At yun lang naman yung nakikita kong issue dito sa bridge. At kung makikita nyo, hindi naman nagli-leak yung juice.
The other thing you want to do is use a material, or when you do it, wick the cotton with the cap on.
At pwede nyong i-wick yung cotton na nakalagay yung cap.
The reason for that is it allows the cotton to expand to the cap itself.
And yung dahilan doon ay para pa mag-extend yung cotton sa loob.
And with that, there are several bridges that you can use on one of these devices, but this has been found to be one of the better bridges that I've used so far. And the nice thing is, I got it from the local maker. XJ Opina got this out to me. He makes another product called the Throne.
And yung maker na to, si XJ Opina, ay gumawa pa ng iba. Ang tawag doon ay Throne Tank.
The Throne Tank kind of changes the whole Boro game by allowing you, and it's the only one on the market that I know of.
Sorry.
Okay, so basically it's the only tank on the market right now that fits any bridge.
Okay.
And that's okay na.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's okay. At least we have ano naman.
Yeah.
That's fine. Not all the time it's perfect.
No.
Okay.
Etong yung sa Throne Tank, pwede siyang pwede mong ilagay yung kahit anong bridge and available siya in the market.
So what that allows, basically meaning that you can take the HEIR, the vape shell, the Zeta, the Karma, and any other bridge on the market right now and put it inside of the throne tank.
So, pwede kang kumuha ng iba't iba, ng Zeta, ng Karma, at ilagay iyon sa throne tank.
And that gives you the opportunity to run a tank with your favorite bridge on a device itself.
And magandang opportunity yon na to run a tank na merong nakalagay na favorite bridge mo.
And with that, there's really no other cons. This bridge has amazing flavor and the price point justifies it.
And bukod doon, wala na akong nakikitang ibang con. Itong bridge ay meron talagang magandang flavor and yung price point gina-justify naman ang meron na quality.
So the quality you get, the flavor coming off of it, the price point. I bought this bridge for the purpose of this review.
So yung makuha mong quality, yung flavor na lumalabas, pati yung price point, binili ko to for a purpose.
And the two renditions were Shadow and Satin. Satin being a limited edition and had a very small difference in price.
And yung two variation, yung Shadow and Satin. And yung Satin ay limited edition lang. Pero may pinakaiba lang ng unti sa presyo.
So the Shadow went for around $85 US, as where the Satin only was $95 US.
Yung Shadow naman ay may halaga na $85 US. Yung Satin naman ay may halaga na $95 US.
So with that, you get an amazing bridge. Price point is perfect. It's locally made with amazing craftsmanship. And there's really nothing else to go over this other than a big shout out to XJ Opina himself for getting me this bridge for the review.
And yung bridge na to ay may magandang quality, okay yung price point, and big shout out kay XJ Opina for giving me this bridge.
And with that, that's pretty much all we're going to talk about today. And this is Joshua Ozzy from the Uncharted Vapors and my niece,
Barbie,
who assisted today, as I felt it was the best thing to do to pay homage to the maker and to the country itself and make something different than you've seen in any of my videos. And with that, all of our social media links will be listed on the top side of the video, and you can also join us on our group at Uncharted Vapors, as well as a shout out to both Denkat and ProVape, who have also been big supporters and sponsors, along with Artery and Oxva Philippines as well. You can see those reviews on my YouTube channel under Joshua Ozzy, where you obviously are watching this now. So, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you next time.